Hello and welcome to Under the First Floor Lo-Fi Podcast, a cut and paste mashup of live performances and interviews of underground DIY musicians, all recorded on a 4-track Tascam cassette recorder in my basement. My name's David Settle, and on today's episode, we have Night Witch from my old hometown of Tallahassee, Florida, an incredible 4-piece punk band of people I really love, and it was great to have them down in the basement to record a session, and it was nice to talk wrestling with one person at least on this podcast. Thanks, Nick. They were very late coming into town and just barely had time to come down to the basement, jump on all of my gear, and rip through 13 songs, mostly off of their new record, Who's Next? Here is the first song off of that record, Exposed. Hope you enjoy.
Jacquillion Perillion times.
And practice.
And I practice on my own.
And you're a good boy.
I practice.
I wrote the lyrics to these songs as we were recording them. Like, we finished the songs very recently. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? It's Shaw's fault.
It's fucking Shaw.
All of this is going in.
Oh no.
This is the bonus.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the bonus.
Also, I hate Nathan.
This is the bonus.
Damn.
There's not enough tape for me to
hot
express
take.
my love for Nathan.
No.
Or Shaw,
Or
for that
hate.
matter. We brought all our own gear on this tour. It feels great.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did y'all tour in?
Minivan.
We rented the
How's that
minivan.
fit?
It's
Tight.
okay.
It's really
Better
tight.
than my car,
Yeah.
where we had to take out a seat and only 2 of us could fit in the back on top of each other. So it's a lot better.
We're really lucky because you got that state employee half-off discount. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all rented it?
Yeah. It's been fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You should
Got too
see
much to
what
do.
it looks like in there.
Yeah, I could
It's a
imagine.
war zone.
No, it's not.
I've toured in a
not bad.
smaller.
It's really
Yeah.
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 I know how that goes.
But I'm very happy about it, nonetheless.
Yeah.
We sound the same every night. Everyone knows what the knobs do. It's
We
great.
remember the
Yeah.
songs.
But y'all aren't.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be like, after this, we'll actually
We'll, like, know.
play the songs.
It's a good practice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
We meant to get here really early, and we ended up leaving at like 12.
We stayed up till like 3 last night.
Yeah.
It was a fun show.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't play that one.
Don't
But
do it
yeah.
like that.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Eh,
She sings it like a ragtime song.
for the, yeah.
It's like it completely ruins
That's
the
how
song
it
for me.
sounds.
I hate it now.
Yeah,
God.
it's called Grow Up.
There it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Well, sorry, we didn't play it, but yeah, you helped me with that lyrical, like rhythm and
Fun.
shit. It was.
I
nice.
also got to write. I wrote 3 of the riffs, like the song,
Yeah.
the guitar parts. And
They're
stuff.
guitarists.
That's the
in
coolest
band.
part is like 3 of us were writing like the songs.
Yeah.
Which was like we were a little concerned with at first because especially like because we're just like 2 new members, you know, like we were like at least for me I was like
Yeah.
well like I don't want to like try to make it sound like Old Night Witch, but also I kind of just want to like do my thing.
Yeah.
But I think it worked out. It's navigating the record. I feel like you could probably tell which songs are like a little different, but like I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. I think it just sounds like y'all like evolved.
I'd say
Yeah.
4 people because there's like
4,
some
yeah.
riffs that Shaw wrote.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
5 if you count Joan, because Joan
Yeah.
wrote a riff on one of the songs too.
Yeah.
That's true.
So many collaborators.
Yeah.
There was one song that really
By
I
accident.
would be remiss not to mention it. Like Shaw wrote one of the riffs or 2 of the riffs, and for years we could not get it to work.
Yeah.
Rosie loved it. The lyrical content was like among her favorite.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get it to flow and work.
We played
And then we put it together.
Yeah.
we played it. Right?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
called Don't Go.
Did we play it? I don't know where this
Yeah, we did.
went.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we put
yeah.
it together and made it work.
And
it was like the week of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the band, like, you know, you have your regular names for it, and then the band name,
Yeah.
it was called The One Everyone Hates. One in
And
town.
I know that every time that you said on the mic, Nick sent it to everyone, that everyone in the crowd that didn't hear it got sad and disappointed that I didn't send it to them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Happened to
definitely
me.
knew that happened.
Not true, friend.
I only sent it to like a couple people.
I
And
thought
they
you
just
sent it to, like,
people.
No,
so
and
many
I told
people.
You, and I told you that you can look on the SoundCloud stats, and you could see
Listen
how
like
many
5
people listen to each song.
Oh, are we
and
gonna
when,
fight?
And when you told
Are we breaking up?
everyone that I leaked it
This
to
is it.
everybody, there was about 12 listens on the first song.
12?
We had a short time, but I think it'll stand up like as not sounding rushed or really feeling all that rushed. Like we planned it out. Like the thing that was most helpful for me in that regard to like have that feeling is I asked, I was like, what do you want this to sound like? Because the records I make are different than the records y'all love.
Yeah.
But I can do my best to like take pieces from here. Nick had the most clear example. He's like, this is the ceremony record I want my bass to sound like.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And he said, can
Nick's
we please
been
borrow?
saying that for like
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
I remember getting that comment.
Yeah. And
Still nothing moves you is perfect.
And he's like,
Oh,
can
yeah.
we please borrow a tube amp? And like, we had just played a few shows where we brought like an amp I had that has tubes in it, and he had borrowed 8x10s every night, and he's like, yeah, this. And it was really, really helpful.
Fuck yeah.
Me and John had a lot of experimenting to do, so like not by any fault of his, it like wasn't as clear, but it was like, let's blend this shit. Like I got a new pedal, like let's see what it sounds like with the gain obnoxiously high.
Yeah.
That's the way
That
to
kind
do
of
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then like Rosie had just recorded like a one-off something and was like, I like how they produced the vocals in this. And I was like,
Yeah.
cool, nice.
That was really helpful.
And I took notes from that stuff. I took notes from the tour tape. I was like, oh yeah, there's automated delays and reverb on the breakdowns. I do it a lot more subtly than the previous records, but if you listen, there's automated delays and reverbs in there.
Three of the references that have been jokes I already called out once today
No, I
in this
knew.
room, so
Can I,
making that air.
can I just point out
Y'all
how...
are stealing my material.
Leo, like, over off to the side in an armchair,
Every
bragging about
single-
himself.
No, I'm being humbled by saying that.
Every single reference will be lost to a listener. I just want you all to
All right,
realize that.
this is a the worst podcast,
No, this is
David.
great.
I want to talk about the disparity in talent between the A block and B block of the G1 this year.
Yeah,
Damn.
B block was better.
Yeah, much better.
So much better.
Who?
I
any shreds in Tallahassee dregs?
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't say it.
All right, I was
I would
asking.
listen said
I was asking. David knows how to pronounce my last name.
It's actually
Bison?
Bisons.
Bison.
Bison.
Tyler
It's
Bison.
actually
Plural, yeah.
Bison. Friends bands playing is always really hype for me. But also any like local weird bands, I like that. And I also love seeing when towns are like super in love with each other, and like you get to see that like love and community, and you're like, it's not just our town, it's so beautiful. I love punk rock music. And yeah, I saw that like last night in Richmond, and I'm gonna like sob the whole time at our show tonight because all of Tallahassee is gonna be there. And but yeah, I love that. And
Birmingham will be like that too.
yeah, Birmingham is like that a lot.
Very much looking forward to Birmingham. I saw that Finn Balor tweet about Birmingham,
I
Alabama.
did, yeah. Saw your retweet of it.
Yeah, that, and also it ending at a decent time
Yeah.
because we're
I
old
like that.
now. Yeah.
I'm more into shows ending late if I'm on tour. 'Cause
That's
It
fair.
could be fun to just like hang out and like not have to go to work at 8 o'clock in
That's
the
very
morning the
true.
next day. But when I'm at home and I'm playing a show and my band doesn't go on until after midnight and I'm like, oh, I have to wake up in 7 hours after I start my set, it is really annoying.
Yeah, I just don't want to do that to the locals here, you know? So,
Thank you.
because I know how that feels, so I want it to end at a decent time, you know? Like, and again, we stayed out or up until 3 last night and slept in, and, you know, so I feel less bad about staying out past 10:30 on tour, but, you know, I feel that, yeah.
For me, it's like kind of like how last night was. Every band was like sounded really different, but like it was still like kind of within like the punk subgenre. But like it was great because like you didn't get the same like three hardcore bands, and they all like are hardcore and it's kind of sound the same. But like it was cool. I like when that happens.
Yeah, mixed bill shows are cool. You did a lot of mixed bill shows in
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
I
I love that shit.
I want to bring that here.
Honestly, it's so fun. I love it.
It's weird because now I do sound at a bar venue, and I've started to, like, as a drummer, much prefer the venue spot because I can hear stuff. There's space for the amps to like face me. It's kind of a different experience when you can. It's not big by any means. Like the capacity is like 150, and there's a little. It's still on the floor.
Yeah.
But for me, and I'll always love house shows, but as someone who has to bring stuff, or like, you know, someone who does sound, and there's a PA that's always there, you know the capabilities of it, you've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, compressors, EQ, you know how to work it, it works, the place maintains it if something breaks.
Yeah.
It's just like all your worries when you're at a house show as someone who's like has some sort of job in keeping it together.
Yeah.
When you play like a DIY venue is like sick. We don't have to load the PA in every time.
God, Johnny Solo.
My favorite is.
I know which one that is.
They like made fun of me. It's like I never said it was
That was a great solo, alright.
It's tight. It's great.
Yeah, I'm like very insecure about the music I make. Like I taught myself how to play bass while being in a band
Yeah.
already. Like I joined the band and then learned how to play bass after I joined the band. So I'm like very insecure about the songs I write and my bands, and I think everyone hates us, and that's why I'm like always like, what do you think? Did you like it? Do you like it? You actually like it? Like really? Like what? Like sorry, I'm using his name, but whenever Jack Vermillion says he likes anything I've made, I'm just like, are you sure?
Anyway, my favorite part was when Nick was leaking the whole album to the entire city of Tallahassee. He sent it to Governor Scott, I'm pretty sure, too. He leaked it to everyone.
Yeah, it was locked and he couldn't open it.
About anything I listen to.
I should not have said that, yeah.
But
any great shit you've been
Sugar
listening
Colt?
I drove the whole 9 hours yesterday, and it was my music that we listened to, and you know what I listen to, so
What
it
do you
was
listen to,
really,
Rosie?
really
Tell the
fun.
people.
What do you listen to, Rosie?
It was pretty amazing because was on shuffle, but there was only like 5 bands.
I listened to My Chemical Romance. I'm wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt. Shout out to Kelsey, I love you. Justin Bieber, fucking The Used, Panic at the Disco. We had Big Heat on rotation.
Oh, God.
You're the only punk band
It's true.
in my.
It was the only song. It was the only song. I was like, okay, yeah.
Gerard Way's solo project, Hesitant Alien. Lots of Green Day, even though I don't like Green Day that much.
Those are the best.
Because you have 10 Green
I
Day
am so
CDs.
because I only like one song off of like each album.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
John has a pretty...
Paramore, Justin Bieber.
John
I learned that I like Paramore yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
They're pretty good.
their new album is
There's a
incredible.
track on the new album that was
There's
really
many
sweet,
tracks. Obviously,
and I
Kylie Rae
need to
Jepsen.
put it on my comp playlist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
John has a cool power pop playlist from
Oh,
Spotify.
I did like 4 hours of power pop.
Yeah.
Did you make it?
Huh?
Did you put it together, or is it just the Spotify Power Pop?
I think it's just a Spotify
Okay,
power pop.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's good.
I have my personal one for the next time I drive.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I've
it's,
been.
yeah, then.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I've been like listening to a lot of pop lately. So I have a playlist that's like Mariah Carey, ABBA, Madonna, and then I have like another one that's like XTC, who I just like started listening to in the last couple of weeks, and then incredible. What, David? Why didn't you tell me to listen to XTC?
I just got into him like a year ago.
What?
1 year ago.
Why didn't
I was in
you
your
tell
boat.
me?
I was in your boat.
I was listening to it.
I got a video to send you.
Like, this is Devo. This is Devo. Like, there's some songs I'm like, this is just a Devo song. Like, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler's the only one that played any punk music.
Yeah.
And that's
Ecstasy was
questionable.
punk.
That's questionable too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was listening to like the first Saves the Day record, or like I always do that when I come up north. I'm like, yeah, and put Lifetime on, and we're going through New Jersey.
Yeah.
I
I like
love
good
that.
music too, but
No.
Oh, yeah, we listened to June
I
Takawa
listen to
today.
good music. I don't know what you're talking about. Justin Bieber is great.
Today.
Not as a person.
Thanks so much to Nightwitch for coming down and playing in the basement. You can listen to their music on Bandcamp at nightwitchfl.bandcamp.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at nightwitchfl. Their new record, Who's Next, is an incredible blast of 20 hardcore songs in about the span of maybe 20 minutes, probably less than that. They have lathe cut vinyl for sale on their Bandcamp, so please check that out. The art is amazing on it. You won't regret it. If you'd like to get in contact about the podcast, you can email at underthefirstfloor@gmail.com. There's also an Instagram called Under the First Floor, and on Twitter at UTFF Podcast. For the end of the episode, we have a couple songs, the first being Violent Days by Screaming Sneakers, an early 80s Miami band. They only released one EP called Marching Orders. This song is such an amazingly catchy punk song from the early 80s, and you can find the record on Discogs for about $500 if you'd like to buy a copy. The other song is by Destroy All Monsters, and it's called You're Gonna Die. Very witch-themed. Thought it was appropriate for the episode. This band had members of the Stooges and MC5, and this song is from the 7-inch called Bored. They also have a collection of songs out that I got on vinyl, and I'm not sure what label that was on. I hope you enjoy, and thanks so much for listening. Goodbye.
I see violence as a rising tide, backed up to the wall, no room to hide. Perfect weather for a homicide. Feelings over, never many died.
any older, you got the mark of death, that's why you're gonna die, gonna die, gonna die, gonna die. Looking out the window and a witch flew by, whipping her brooms and she said, "You're gonna die, 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 die." Walking down the street, starting to cry, saw a leather boy. He said, "You're gonna die, honey, you're gonna die." So I went to my mother 'cause she doesn't lie. Took a look at me and said, "You're gonna die, no, you're gonna die, no, you're gonna die." 'Cause you're much too young to live any older. You got the mark of death, that's why